Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Hindi movie Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa Hai. A long title, Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa Hai. Is my Sonam Gupta unfaithful? Is a question the protagonist Sintu Bhaiya asks in the movie. And did he find the answer for that at the end or not? I definitely did not find the answer at all. If you happen to watch the movie, of course, at your own risk, kindly let me know if our Sintu Bhaiya found his answer or did he compromise with the answer of Sonam Gupta. On the outlook, when you're following the story of Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa Hai, you would definitely feel that the protagonist is cheated by the heroine and she runs away with his money, she breaks his heart, she breaks his trust and everything happens, and finally she claims that it is very easy, Mr. Sintu Bhaiya, to brand anybody or to name anybody as Bewafa or unfaithful, and everything isn't what it looks like. And our Sonam Gupta doesn't even give clarification why she did that, but she manages to tell that she is very bad at maintaining the relationships. Sintu Bhaiya has loved Sonam Gupta to such an extent wholeheartedly that at a particular point he starts questioning himself, is she really unfaithful? Probably he has duality. One part of his brain tells yes, another part of his brain tells no, and what his heart tells he doesn't know, neither we come to know. So I felt I have given the synopsis of the movie. It is all about a question, Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa Hai, and the hero trying to explore the answers. We are also trying to explore the answers as stupid viewers, and probably he doesn't get a proper answer. We too don't get the proper answer at all. Okay, let me rush through the synopsis of the movie. The story, as already I have given the brief nutshell of what exactly the movie contains. So it is about the question and answer, and question and exploring the answer whether she was unfaithful or not. The story is built around the three main characters, that is Sintu Bhaiya, the protagonist, Sonam Gupta, the girl with whom he falls in love head over heels, and a 10 rupee note. Yes, a 10 rupee note. The story of Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa Hai runs in the city of Bareilly. Before this, right at the intro of the movie, we are shown that a Pandit, Mathura Pandit, has predicted the fortunes of both this boy and girl when they were born. That is the fortunes or the future prediction of Sintu Bhaiya and also of Sonam Gupta. Accidentally or incidentally, they happen to meet in Bareilly, and this particular guy, Sintu Bhaiya, keeps following Sonam Gupta, and he falls in love for her. He has a crush over her. He is not a single boy who is behind her. I feel the entire boys, all the boys of Bareilly are behind only one girl, that is Sonam Gupta. I can't understand why. Probably when in the timeline of a country did this incident happen, when all the boys fell behind Sonam Gupta, probably the name of Bareilly would have changed, and it by this particular time it should have been known as Sonam Gupta. I felt by watching the movie that Sonam Gupta was some historical character or legend who was more popular than Bareilly. Why the hell all the boys of the city, the college boys, the roadside Romeos, even the men are behind Sonam Gupta, as if she is the lone and she is the one and the only beautiful girl available on the planet or in Bareilly. So now our 10 rupee note comes into the question, 10 rupee note comes into the scene. Sonam Gupta writes her phone number on a 10 rupee note and gives it to Sintu Bhaiya, and Sintu Bhaiya is clean bored. That poor fellow called Sintu Bhaiya, the protagonist of the movie, doing nothing, breaking the ambitions and aspirations of his parents, while his father wants him to take care of his business, while his father has taken plenty of loan to construct a big home to fulfill the dreams of his wife, and also plenty of money loan to build an empire, that is a small business for his son. This fellow is behind Sonam Gupta doing nothing. Yeah, I forgot about that Mathura Pandit. Mathura Pandit had predicted great fortunes for both Sintu Bhaiya and also Sonam Gupta at different times, that they are going to be very fortunate, very successful in life, and they are going to magnify the name and reputation of their families, not only in our country but also outside our country. But these people are doing nothing. Sintu Bhaiya, how fortunate he is behind one girl. He has rejected so many girls and so many girls have rejected him. His only ambition is to marry. His family's only ambition is to get this fellow married, and also that he takes care of the business. He is behind one girl. And what is that fortunate about Sonam Gupta? Sonam Gupta is a great flirt. She keeps on flirting with everybody, and at last, at the climax of the movie, she accepts that she is not good at maintaining the relationships. So Sonam Gupta gives her phone number to Sintu Bhaiya. Their love chemistry starts. Actually, it is not a love chemistry, it is a one-way track. So where Sintu Bhaiya is loving Sonam Gupta, and Sonam Gupta is making utmost use. She is utilizing him to the maximum, and she is flirting with everybody and also flirting with this fellow. And Sintu Bhaiya is so innocent that he doesn't even recognize. He only sincerely follows her and tells his friend that if I sincerely follow her, one day she will love me. Yes, when he feels that she loves him, when he plans marriage with her, and when he discusses the marriage with her, one fine day our Sonam Gupta disappears into the thin air, taking all the money from Sintu Bhaiya. Sintu Bhaiya has borrowed money from Sanjeev Nagraj, a moneylender, to give it to her. She tells, I'll get my money, you get my money, tomorrow we are going to marry in some isolated place and we are going to announce the marriage. This fellow falls into the trap, gets money from the moneylender and gives it to her, and she disappears into the thin air. It is the same Sanjeev Nagraj from whom his father, that is Sintu Bhaiya's father, has taken a lot of loan, and that fellow is very much behind the return of the interest and also the loan. Sanjeev Nagraj gives money, but on a very serious note that they have to return the money along with the interest at the right time, otherwise he is not going to spare anybody. So once Sonam Gupta disappears, our Sintu Bhaiya gets depressed. Out of depression and out of outrage, he writes on a 10 rupee note, again the same 10 rupee note, he writes on the 10 rupee note, Sonam Gupta Bewafa hai, Sonam Gupta is unfaithful. So that is written by him and his gang of friends on almost every note, and the note, a 10 rupee note, 100 rupee note, everything, and that circulates throughout the town, throughout the country, and that becomes viral. It becomes viral so much that Sonam Gupta and her family are put into trouble. Not only put into trouble, but into serious humiliation. Not only for her, the story goes so ahead, the Sonam Gupta name becomes so popular and unpopular that any girl by name Sonam Gupta is seen with doubt. Forget Gupta, even with a girl with the name Sonam is seen suspiciously by people. And how does this story go ahead? Does Sintu Bhaiya happen to meet Sonam Gupta once again? Does he ask for the clarification? What clarifications does she give? Forms the remaining story, or the so-called story of Kya Meri Sonam Gupta Bewafa hai. I'm even feeling difficult to spell out the entire name of the movie. So this movie also carries a couple of messages. One, does someone being unfaithful to somebody can enlighten that particular person, the other person, and make him flourish in life? Or put it other way, is being unfaithful really helpful for the other person? Stupid question, stupid concept. Sometimes it may help that particular person if the person is very strong, and if he or she tries to rehabilitate himself or herself and go ahead in life. And there are people who have feeble mind. They can end up their life in some notorious things, or they can just do anything nonsense and nuisance, even commit suicide, end their life, give trouble to their loved ones, go into the depression, get hospitalized, become victims of alcohol and drugs, whatever. So that particular concept is not at all justified. And Baba Sanjeev Nagraj, the character of the moneylender, has been played by none other than Vijay Raj. At last he tells, it is always important to differentiate between what we hear and what we see. They will be totally different. Yes, I agree. Visual perceptions and auditory perceptions are totally different. They do not match with one another. We need to be judge. We need to be proper judge of the situation. We need to be very judicious. We need to be very skillful in analyzing the circumstances and situations in our life. And very importantly, we should not be branding anybody as Wafa or Bewafa, good, bad, ugly, smart. No, we don't have any authority to brand any particular person. Probably the movie maker wanted to give this message and he missed out somewhere. Finally, coming to the actors and the roles, Jassie Gill plays the role of Sintu Bhaiya, and he's okay. He's okay in some scenes. Not very much okay, but I can tell he is okayish. Expressions are not great. He has tried his bit, but not up to the mark. Surbhi Jyoti plays the role of Sonam Gupta. She is also okay. I'm not at all convinced with their acting or the performance. Probably stronger roles or a great script would have helped these two youngsters to pull out some role in the movie. The story was weak, and probably still I feel I'm not convinced with their acting. Brijendra Kala and Atul Srivastav, they have some decent roles, so small roles but decent role. And one thing which I really liked in the movie is the narration of the story. The narration of the entire story is done by Vijay Raj. Fantastic. It is pleasant to hear his voice, the way, the style in which he narrates the story. Even he makes an ordinary story look magnanimous with his voice. Narration, that is what I loved. Vijay Raj also has a small role, but we know he can pull out any role. He is good in his role. Coming to the songs, no great songs at all. Horrible songs. I felt a couple of 1, 2, 3 tracks are there which are not at all impressive. So the music director finally and also the director of the movie decided, okay, we are not getting to make some good tunes anyhow. So the movie is yet to be released in a very short time, and we are just going to remix a couple of songs from the old songs. So the old melodies have been remixed. Aavo Huzur Tumko is one song which has been remixed, and Leke Pehla Pehla Pyar, that is another song which has been remixed, and it comes into the credit section. Saurabh Tyagi is the director of the movie. I feel no boss, you have not done an impressive job at all. Coming to the final verdict of the movie, I felt after seeing the movie, it is more than 2 hours 15 minutes. It is a horrible misfit and really boring movie. The middle part of the movie starts with a promise. First 10-15 minutes looks really interesting, and I was waiting that the director would build up the plot on this. And when the love story starts, boss, and till the movie ends, it goes like a dead man's ECG. Virtually nothing. Boring, damn boring, I should tell. I don't even call it as a decent one-time watch. It was really boring, and it is a waste of time. I just wanted to finish the movie and just see what happens in the end. And I was really not convinced even at the end of the movie. At least try to get some good climax, man. Try to give clarification at least for the title of the movie. Okay, since the clarification of the title of the movie has not been given, you can infer it in your own way. You can think you are given the liberty of magnifying the climax, and Sonam Gupta was Bewafa or not Bewafa. You can decide on your own thoughts after watching the movie. So thanks for watching my video. If you allowed my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.